everyone to another segment of Two Industry. Again, I'm Mike Games. This is Hill, and there's Andrew. Am I right?
And we just got through with the Microsoft and
I
Sony
think he's
shit.
a little too excited. Now we're gonna talk about Nintendo.
Let's say it one more time.
I
Andrew
need my
Suresh.
Wii remote.
I don't even know what to say to
It's all right. You're just supposed to laugh.
But anyway,
But
we got
yeah.
we got through with Sony, Microsoft. Now we're talking about Nintendo.
Exactly.
And did you want to start off with like what you enjoyed the most out of Nintendo, or
Games.
yeah, right, exactly.
It seemed like they did what they were supposed to do this time around.
2 years later,
Yes, unfortunately.
don't you love that game plan? It's like let's release a console. Wait 2 years, start releasing games.
Hey, honestly, they did the same thing with the Wii. They did the exact same thing with the Wii. It was like 2 years into the Wii came out, then like their E3, they won like E3 because they had like a Metroid game coming out. They showed a Zelda game, they showed a Mario game, Galaxy.
But I mean, with
And-
we
and they
no
had
Galaxy
won
came
E3.
out like the following that fall.
Right, but
Oh.
at that E3.
Oh, you mean the number 2?
Yeah, at that E3 when they showed it off, that was 2 years after that the Wii came out or something like that. So they had won that E3, and they showed so many games. Yeah,
Okay.
like Donkey Kong Country was another one that was coming out. Anyways,
And a lot of people actually are saying that Nintendo won the C3.
Really, that's interesting.
Mike is saying that.
No, I'm not saying that. I actually read a few forums where people actually had said, that's it, Nintendo won E3. And I was actually a little surprised by that, but I do see where they're coming from because Nintendo brought it.
Sony stomped the shit out of Nintendo. Like I'm a huge Nintendo fan,
Are you?
and how dare you? No, but it's like a lot of these games. First of all, they should have came up with this shit like last year. First of all, and they probably would have had a lot more effect in the market too if they had these games come out last year.
Yeah, but they were. I think they were again. I think I've said this before. They were hoping developers would be there to carry that system along.
Has developers ever been there for Nintendo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a time.
Zombie U, when the game system came
Ubisoft.
out,
Okay, who else?
EA was there for a long time.
EA was the champion of being like, "Fuck you, Nintendo."
Well, they're the first ones that said we're
No,
not.
they rehashed their existing games from the other systems. That's all they did.
Yeah, but they still supported the system.
Anyway, so as far like
No, anyways, this is an argument.
no, because it like wanting to be able to create unique IP that can move a console. Like Nintendo, they always have had to create their own IP that's very unique to them, so they can move game systems. But whenever it's a rehash of another game that's already been played, that's already been out, like Arkham City, for example. That's really hard to move a Nintendo Wii U and say, hey, you can do it differently now. You can play it on your gamepad. Well, with that being said, like this time around, they actually have some new ideas that,
Well, this time around they had there was no developers. It was all them.
yeah, because they
Except
all
for
jumped ship.
Bayonetta.
Well, they've been in it from the
Well,
start.
Yeah, but
They've
it was
been-
all exclusive. I'll say that
Yeah.
it was all exclusive gameplay for.
I kind of vision. I forgot the name of the developers, but I kind of visioned them being like, "Oh fuck, we should have got off this bandwagon a long time ago. Now we got to deliver." Because think about it, they're going to release Bayonetta 2, and like nobody else can play it except unless you have a Nintendo.
right.
Whereas their previous Bayonetta had was across all platforms except Nintendo.
Except Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Man,
That was Platinum Games.
And now Bayonetta is going to come with Bayonetta 2 is going to come with Bayonetta.
Yeah, which was a big complaint. They were just like, you're gonna have part 2 to a game that didn't even have part 1
Right.
on your system.
which is a fair argument.
Yeah, and so I think that's probably what pushed the game back even a little bit further was that they were getting licenses to that and all that.
Yeah. And you could dress up as Samus in Bayonetta.
Or Link or Zelda.
Of course you can. That's what Nintendo does in all their games.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of that. Whenever they throw a Link in there or something like that, was it Soul Calibur or something like that?
Yeah,
then they
right.
had
Soul
like
Calibur.
Link or
Yeah.
something there.
Which was very creative, but that was more of a Namco thing because Namco did like Darth Vader on Sony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I still thought it was cool
Spawn.
for the
for
Wii.
Spawn, it was very clever.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, no, I was just going to say that. I thought it was really cool because it seemed like Nintendo was like, all right, this is what everybody's waiting for. Zelda, and these are some games that we're gonna have. So please come get our system.
Right.
So it's not gonna be a complete waste of money. You're gonna have Zelda and these other games.
Well, it's very similar to what EA did. They were like, this is the concept of Zelda. It's going to come out eventually. That's basically what they've been doing. And they're like, here are the graphics, and it's open world. Just imagine it as open world. Like they didn't confirm anything really.
Nintendo's
They
always
confirm
been like that.
gameplay, or they confirm graphics, and
Well, they
confirm
confirmed the
art
gra-
style, and
But they didn't say like an idea of when it would come out. They didn't
they
say
said
like
2015.
2015.
really
Yeah.
was it to be determined?
No,
it's
2015.
Okay, did they give did they give a quarter? Did they give a month?
They said 2015, which what most of the other
I
companies
think it was
said.
holiday 2015.
I thought it was just 2015. But that being said, I agree with Hill. It's not going to come out to 2016. Let's just be honest. It's a Zelda game that always gets pushed back.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just feel. But they did say a date, a year.
What's interesting too is like Hyrule Warriors, which is Dynasty Warriors, with Zelda characters.
all- that's all Mike.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. I
Really?
get my Link fix in just a few months. It
Have
comes
you
out
ever
August.
have you ever
September.
played Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've played.
Just as long as you
for
played
3 or
it.
4. Yeah.
For those Dynasty Warrior fans.
Yeah, they're like, yay! Lubu's gonna be in this fucking game too, I'm sure. He's in every Dynasty Warriors game. He's gonna be in fucking Hyrule Warriors.
Probably.
But I thought it was really interesting how they gave them all their own separate signature moves and stuff. I'm looking forward to Hyrule Warriors.
Now, if it was like if they incorporated like Mario into that, people would be
Throwing
all over this shit.
fireballs.
Right? Throwing fireballs
And
and
it
just
wouldn't be Hyrule Warriors. It'd be like Nintendo Warriors. And
Exactly.
there's Super
Which
Smash
is
Bros.
which is next year.
Yeah, Super Smash Bros.
no, but you
Or
want to have Mario like plow through like a bunch of like
Because like Dynasty
Cool.
Warriors, they're like a game every year. If this game does well, there'll be a Nintendo's Warriors game. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure.
drop
Toad
that
goes out there.
drop that shit into the ground. But the one that everyone was like the most excited about was Mario Maker.
Really?
Yeah. No, I'm not joking. Like I've read like the forums and people's reviews. Well, not reviews, but kind of like their previews that they're really
I
excited.
guess.
Yeah, I don't see it
If
as
you
well.
like level edited, then that's your deal.
Yeah, it's not a system pusher or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just
Legend of Zelda is.
right.
I know.
well, actually, Mario Kart's been selling some systems for them
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Why is that?
because people like driving and throwing turtle shells.
Exactly. And then they wake up in their car on the highway, and they're like, "Holy shit, I'm fucking about to wreck." Anyway, Star Fox is another one I'm actually looking forward to.
They
which,
didn't.
which they didn't really.
Yeah,
They
didn't.
teased in there, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they said they weren't coming out with it, and then later on in another conference that they had.
Yeah, your boy Miyamoto.
Well,
Yeah.
no, he teased it in there, like when he was talking about, like they showed him in front of a console, like in front of a screen.
It was
with
blurred out.
and it was blurred out. It was at the very
Mm.
end, but then later on, in the conference, they did come out and say that Star Fox was being developed.
And during the whole claymation thing, the
Yeah, that one, the robot
robot
chicken.
chicken,
Yeah,
they said, "Oh, Star Fox." Like, no.
well, he shot him or something, didn't he?
Yeah, you shot him. That's right.
Yeah, and there was like Mother 3 joke in there. It was, I did like the whole robot chicken thing. I really
Yeah,
did.
it was really cool.
It was interesting that they did that.
And it was interesting that Reggie, why Reggie said they did it like that. Most of these guys from Nintendo are Japanese, so they're not gonna come up to a E3 conference and not be able to talk to the people.
Right,
So
right,
this was a really interesting way to kind of,
Well, they should let Reggie do it
Yeah.
all the time.
right, right.
This is Nintendo of America. Like, I mean,
They really should have two. They really should have one like for Japan and one for
yeah.
the U.S.
Yeah.
Because I mean, for me, it's like he's the epitome of
Yeah,
U.S. Nintendo.
I hope they give him more power. I've said that before.
You're asking for something they're not going to give him. You know
yeah,
that, right?
but I do think that he did have some ideas, with the whole me thing, because people were asking for a Reggie, super, what's it, the fighter game, Smash Brothers.
Right.
They're asking for him, as a character and
Right.
stuff like that, and he's like, well, we'll just give everybody a me. So now
Okay.
you can make Kanye West and
Right.
fight.
Right.
What was
Reggie.
it, Ice-T?
Yeah, or Ice-T and all that stuff. Yeah, so I think that's pretty genius, and that's something that Nintendo would have never done if they
Right,
weren't
that's
in
true.
the predicament that they're in right now.
And then he's still going to be a secret character.
Yeah.
Like, that would blow everybody's mind. They'd be like, he's the most overpowered character.
I think somebody should make Mike Tyson and they'd be like, Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
But for them to include Pac-Man is just like really really amazing.
Eh, I wasn't like thrown. I wasn't surprised, but I wasn't.
That was another announcement they didn't make during their Nintendo Direct. It was like something done a little later,
For what?
the Pac-Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
He looks like he's gonna be overpowered in that game too.
imagine if they came out with
Pops a pill.
what if they came out with a Reggie amiibo?
I don't know. But I did
what'd you
like
think of
the.
those?
Yeah, I mean they were cute. I'm not Super Smash Brothers fan, but I do think I like a Link character or Samus character would be cool to have
Yeah.
at my desk.
The Yoshi Woolly World looks fantastic.
Yeah,
It does.
they pushed the Q factor on that. Everybody in Etsy was just blowing their gasket. Right.
Right.
Like, I can make you a Yoshi yarn now. And you can buy it from me. Who doesn't want that?
Yeah,
Oh,
you were
come
you
to my
jumped
Etsy.
right on Etsy. Didn't you?
Yeah, come right to Etsy. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And it was crazy too. Is like it looks so good, and it's going to be such a child's game, but adults buy those type of stuff.
Well, that's Nintendo.
Right, right. I guess it's for
mean-
nostalgic reasons, and
But yeah, I agree. It looks really cool. I mean, yeah, really child, like kiddie, but
Nintendo
a
has
lot
this
of fun.
unique thing of kind of like a Pixar thing where it's like a child can totally just play a game and get whatever they want out of it, but then there's a deeper level where you can actually get a lot more as an adult out of it if you tend to take the time and get all the stars.
yeah,
and
that's
all
that's
that
Mario. You're thinking of like Mario games,
stuff. Mario
and
games,
Zelda,
Yoshi games,
but fucking Kirby is like
yeah, Kirby's just a kid game.
Kirby's
Which
like
they also
surface.
announced.
Yeah,
Another Kirby.
Canvas Curse, right?
Yeah, the Rainbow Curse.
Yeah, that's part 2 or something. So that one's claymation, I believe.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. No Etsy people for that, I guess.
I was actually they didn't do this during their whole E3 conference, but later on, they showed Devil's 3, I think it's called. It was like a first-person shooter type game. It
That
was
sounds
pretty
familiar.
interesting.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I remember
And,
that.
yeah, they didn't show it during their whole conference, but it was a little afterwards. They ended up like premiering it, showing kind of like some gameplay. It didn't really catch my attention. I know a lot of people were actually interested in that, but I mean, it's it's also a first-person shooter. So
Now let's talk about EA. So, what did you
Well, are we gonna do EA now?
Well,
I actually was still going to talk about Splatoon. It
Oh,
was a
go
new
ahead,
IP
yeah.
that Nintendo came out
That
with.
was actually an amazing IP.
Yeah. It was really interesting how you could actually swim around
Right.
as a squid, through the paint.
And it seems to be girls, right? Girl squids or whatever, or at least it came across as girls.
Yeah, I
It's
think the
Nintendo.
character, was like a little girl with pigtails. And
Yeah,
turns into a
you have
squid.
different
Right.
colors and stuff like that, which it looked like Double Dare with Gak or something like that.
Didn't you say it looked like an old Mario game?
Oh yeah, it kind of reminded me of Mario Sunshine, where you could go around and you squirted water to clear up this other thing, and it kind of reminded me of the same. It had the same sound effect, I think. But yeah, it seems like a really cool idea. I don't know how it's going to work. I'd like to get my hands on it and see how that works, but it seems really cool.
Yeah. And Captain Toad's something. Treasure
Basi-
Tracker.
yeah, basically, Fez ripoff.
What?
Fez ripoff.
Well, I don't know. They had that in 3D Mario World. It was a bonus level you could play.
Oh, really?
And basically they took that bonus level and made a whole game out of it. So it was really cool because you could use your weaving as a periscope or a first person point of view and push things out of the way and all that. So they were fun. I like them.
Looks like it's gonna be.
It reminded me a lot of Fez.
A Fez?
Yeah.
I wouldn't get Fez out of it.
Really, because the whole purpose, other than rotating the entire stage, it's like an entire puzzle of moving things around and
Well, Toad is always walking, right?
Right.
He's always walking. In Fez, you
Right.
actually control Fez.
Right.
So I think, other than the 3D-ness of it, I didn't get Fez out of it.
oh well.
There were also some like Mario versus Donkey Kong that they apparently announced. I mean, there was definitely no shortage of Mario. I thought they were going to kind of cool off with Mario a little bit, but yeah, there was that Mario Maker.
The year
Mario,
of Luigi's over.
it
Done.
is now.
It ended with the meme.
Right, exactly. The Death Stare.
But yeah, there was that, and then the Mario Party.
Yeah, there's always a Mario Party. There's a Pokemon,
Yeah,
which I was kind of excited for. Now there's Mega Evolutions, or
yeah. They came out with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. There's apparently could be a Pokemon Art Academy, which they mentioned the original Art Academy like what 2 years ago.
Yeah, well, actually, wasn't it like right after they released their Wii U?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So almost 2 years ago, and now they're going to finally come out with it. And I don't think it was that big of a thing that they had to hold it back for 2 years.
But it
don't
looked
know.
good. It looked really good.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it for Nintendo. I guess we'll do another segment for the developer conferences, E3 and Ubisoft. So yeah, let us know what you guys think down below. Make sure you
No, just tell Mike what you think down below.
yes, tell me what you think about down below. But yeah, hit like and subscribe.
Catch you guys later.